Okay. Lord. Welcome back to another episode of The Pink Sofa. If you are new here, my name is Ashley, and come and take a seat. Okay, so if you guys watched my last episode where we talk about delays, giving yourself grace, everything else like that, I got my notebook this time, so I mean, we just gonna go at it, okay? So I touched on it briefly. If you're not following me on TikTok at Candidly Ashley, please do. I want you to catch these messages if you guys don't have the attention span for a 15-minute episode, okay? It's like less than 30 seconds. Sometimes it's up to a minute. Like, you're not losing nothing by just watching it, okay? They're a little bit more spontaneous compared to these episodes right here. Obviously, it's only 30 seconds, a minute. Anyway, so your life experiences, this is what we touched on in the last episode, but I really want to get into it in a different perspective, okay? So your life experiences are extremely crucial to your destiny. So there's so many different things that I have been through. I kind of touched on it a little bit before, talking about sleeping in my car and, just other things as well, and a little bit about my alcoholism. But those things really do shape you in order for you to be exactly who it is that you need to be. That's why I said last time, like, you have those experiences for a reason. You always have a story to tell. You don't have to wait to go to a church. You don't have to wait to do any of those things to be saved in order for you to, really fully experience the joys of life and what they have to give to you. And just know that you're worthy. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter anything that you've done in the past. Just know that you're worthy of the life that it is that you want. I want you to really just sit there and just write down what it is that you want, and really ask yourself, what is holding me back? Is it the things that they've said before? Is it the things that people have unfortunately cursed upon you? Because words are curses. They're also blessings as well, but they're curses as well. Words are spells. So, you hearing, oh, well, you're not anything. You're not going to be nothing. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do that. Is that what's stopping you from you doing what it is that you need to do? I need you to stop doing that right now. And I want you to really just sit there, and I want you to pray. I want you to pray to God. I really do. I want you to pray to God and just ask for guidance. I want you to ask for a sign. Hey, God, what is it that you want me to do? And then if something keeps on going on repeatedly, then you know that is a part of your destiny, and that is something that you need to do. I'm not talking about delusion. I'm not talking about manifesting a specific person or doing anything like that, because at the end of the day, sometimes when you manifest a certain person or anything else like that, that can come and bite you in your butt. So unless it's completely definitive that is what it is, then don't. Sometimes your people are removed from your life because they need to be removed from your life, and sometimes you lose your job because you need to lose your job, right? Or sometimes you lose your place because you need to lose your place because it wasn't fitting for you anymore. Or sometimes you have to move to a different place because you have to move to a different place. All of those experiences are extremely, is one step closer to where it is exactly that you need to be. So, story time. Around this time last year, I was completely, and there's no shade or anything else like that, but I was completely miserable at the last job that I was at. Miserable. I was so miserable. I would cry on my way to work. I would cry on my way home from work. I would cry at work. I was crying. I was so my mental was so crazy, but it was paying my bills, and I was just I really like, my job and everything else like that, but it was certain aspects of it that I just hated, and that's what was making me cry. So and I was working in a restaurant setting. So when they changed the menu for me to, not for me, but for the restaurant to have a lot more, because I have a really severe allergy to tomato, severe. Like it's so severe, like so severe, like my throat will close. I have a severe allergy to tomato, and you know, all this stuff was already affecting me and everything else like that. I already had told my manager, like, I am thinking about leaving. Like, it's just, I don't think I can take this anymore. And I was already getting messages from the divine just saying, like, you're not gonna stay at this job any longer. And I was like, no, like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Next thing you know, boom, they changed the menu, like last minute changed the menu. And I didn't even really, like, they said that it was like a small little ramekin, or like a small ramekin is what it said. No, not small. It just said ramekin of marinara sauce on when they changed the menu. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. No, it was ramekins this big, literally this big, just filled with marinara sauce, and there was like no windows or anything else like that. I had to quit because my throat closed at work, and it just was a hot mess, right? And so that's actually what led me to start singing, because I already was getting signs beforehand, like back in 2022, and I started writing, and like I started, you know, just gathering the courage to do it. But then I really was like, look, I have nothing to lose, because I was making excuses. Oh, well, I can't do it because of this, or I can't do it, like my voice sounds like this. And I'm not saying I have the best voice out there. Like I said before, I'm still training my voice. That stuff takes time, but I sound better than what I did a year before. You know, that's what I'm saying, for real. If you want to hear my very first song, I won't even embarrass myself like that. But yeah, I had a mission, like, you know, it was put in my spirit that this is something that I needed to do. And I was like, what? Like, why? And I still, you know, I still ask why. I don't have all the answers, you know, I still don't have the answers, but it's more so a thing of, anyway. But once I decided to stop asking why, and I just decided to do, that's when things, they really just started. I had to gain a little bit more life experience before I really was just like, okay, you know what? Let me do what it is that I want to do, because I can't keep on going through this. So I just kind of wanted to end it off with talking about love, right? So in order for you to really move forward with your destiny, you do have to find some type of love, right? And I'm not talking about love in regards to like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so in love of yourself. Love of yourself, because in order for you to pursue what it is that you want, in order for you to go after your destiny, you have to have some type of love of self, right? And I'm not talking about, you know, just take, you know, self-care, those things. That's part of it. Yes, it helps you feel beautiful. It makes you, yeah. But no, I'm talking about like love when it talks about in the Bible. So in 1 Corinthians 13, 4-5, in the context of love, it, like, you know, it speaks about, you know, love is patient, love is kind, love does not quick to anger, all those things, right? But it's not, people, they don't talk about 1 Corinthians 12, where they talked about, you know, different spiritual gifts and different aspects of how we all can be seen and put together in that way, where we're all one. We're all one. Every little aspect of your life, or in the context of the Bible, talking about the body of the church, right? Your eyes are important just as much as your mouth, just as much as your nose, just as much as your ears, because guess what? If you don't have ears, you can't hear. You don't have eyes, you can't see. You don't have a nose, you can't smell. You don't have a mouth, you can't speak. But if you don't have a voice box, you're not able to actually emit the voice that you need in order for you to speak. Right? You don't have lungs, you can't breathe. You don't have a heart, you don't have any blood pumping through your system, and you're not alive, right? Same thing with the brain. Just, you know, every single aspect of your body is important. Doesn't matter if it's deformed or anything else like that, right? That's what it talks about. But I tie it into every single aspect of your life, the good things, the bad things, the crazy things, the sad things. All of that is so important to your destiny and exactly where it is that you're supposed to go. Okay? Life, it can harden you, and I've seen it, you know, when I was sleeping in my car. Like, you're around a lot of people that really just don't have anything. I mean, nothing. And I mean that in like just a matter of fact way. Because guess what? I couldn't judge them. I mean, I was sleeping in my car, but I didn't really have nothing. Like, honestly, it's hard living that type of life. But anyway, it's just one of those things you just really have to. I saw life from a different perspective and a different lens. It can harden the nicest person. Life really can harden the nicest person, and then it can make a really mean person extremely evil. And then it could also make you a beautiful person. It's all about perspective and how you see things. I feel like I lost the point again, even though I have notes. But you can be blessed with every gift that you have. But like I was saying before, people, they can prophesy things in your life. Like, you're never gonna be anything. You're never gonna, because that's also prophesying as well. And they can also say, oh, you're gonna be a millionaire. You're gonna be this. You're gonna be that. But none of that, all of those curses that people, they put against you, it doesn't matter if you have love, right? And all of that energy gets returned to sender as well. You know, it literally says it in the Bible. Like, all those curses will be broken with love. All of those things, love is the most powerful thing that you can have. That is the most powerful tool. If anybody didn't know, you don't need that dark magic or anything else for you to do anything else like that. You need love. And even me, I've operated out of hate, and without even realizing that I operated out of hate, or as we say, out of ego. And I mean, ego doesn't mean hate, right? But certain actions that we do to please our ego, it does come from hate, you know? Through my journey, I've realized, like, you know what? I've had a lot of I had a lot of hate in my heart that I didn't realize that I had, and I just asked God to remove it. You know, I asked God to remove it. I asked God to give me new eyes to see through things. And there's just been a lot of things that I've seen in the past couple months, and even past couple of weeks, where I was like, yeah, I have to make some type of change, because if I don't make a change, then there's nothing. My environment won't change, and you make life what it is. Life does not make you. You make life. You make your life. When life gives you lemons, guess what you make? Make some lemonade. I'm gonna have a rough time editing this, because my storage came up like 3 times. But I'm gonna end it with that. When life gives you lemons, make some lemonade, add a little extra sugar in there, and, you know, sip it underneath the sun with some glasses. And even if you have a lot of worries in the world, just know that you'll be provided for and that you'll be protected, okay? So I just want to end it off with that. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for joining me on The Pink Sofa. May you receive the love that you've always wanted to have, that you've always wanted to have, and may you give the love that God always gives you. All right, I will see you in the next episode. I am tired. I want to go to bed. Good night. End. Oh my gosh, end. End. And oh my gosh.